You know, we have the sign at the entrance to Port Townsend that says that we're an arts community and a seaport. And indeed, the data says we are a very vibrant arts community. We, in fact, have the third highest Creative Vitality Index score in the state, just behind King County and San Juan County. And we did this in a partnership with Centrum, Fort Worden, Key City Public Theater, the Port Townsend Lodging and Tax Advisory Committee, and Main Street.
The CVI is a relative index across the United States. So what it tells us is income and the economy that's generated from our arts community in Jefferson County compared to counties throughout the rest of the United States. With the Jefferson County Community Foundation, we have sat and looked at the data to find a relative measure of Jefferson County, and it gives us objective data to promote Jefferson County and the arts community here across the United States.
We joined with the Port Townsend Arts Commission to make some recommendations about how to promote the arts and build a stronger arts community. And to give those recommendations, policy recommendations actually, to the City Council at their request.
Our plan at Key City Public Theater is to use the data that was discovered during our process towards better languaging in our grant applications that go out beyond the asks within our own community, but bring in valuable arts funding from throughout the state and beyond.
I'm Julie Gertler. I'm part of GC3, which stands for the Third Giving Circle. And when I heard about the Giving Circle, I was very interested because it's called engaged philanthropy, not just writing a check. The foundation was the convener of getting people together to talk about the potential of a giving circle.
GC3, like the giving circles that preceded us, really took a broad look at the needs of Jefferson County residents, and it became very clear very quickly that those needs are great and they are diverse. We decided to focus on food issues, and with that, that means everything from access and education to safety, production, and distribution. We have been meeting with leaders in the field over the last 4 or 5 months in order to be better informed, and now we're at the point where we are developing a request for proposals that will encourage nonprofit organizations in the food sector to submit responses. We are hoping that organizations present ideas that are sustainable beyond our grant making, that are able to address root problems and systems change, and that might be replicated or even leveraged through partnerships. The 10 of us who are participating in this giving circle are all different people with different life experiences and different perspectives. Yet all of us came to this effort with open minds, lots of curiosity, a deep-rooted commitment that we can make a difference in the community, and I think a shared understanding that caring is one of the bonds that makes a community cohesive.
An important program of the foundation is our scholarship program. We hold a number of scholarship funds. This year, in 2014, we were able to award $8,000 in scholarships to students from Jefferson County. So we had Chimicum High School, Quilcene High School, and Port Townsend High School students receive scholarships through the foundation. Some for the arts, some for their outstanding academic achievement or achievement in sports. This year, our Tech Trade Scholarship Committee was able to make its first grants. It awarded 2 $1,000 scholarships to local students pursuing careers in the technical trades.
So United Good Neighbors and Jefferson County Community Foundation are working together to help our local nonprofits build their capacity to better deliver on their mission. So the workshop that's happening in November is really going to help the participants, nonprofit organizations that will be coming, to really think about their volunteer engagement efforts more strategically. One of the challenges that we have in the nonprofit sector is that we tend to be very haphazard in how we think about engaging volunteers with our work.
The Fund for Women and Girls is pleased to present you with the Fund for Women and Girls grant for 2014-15.
Wow! Today's on the phone right now.
Congratulations, you are the recipient of the Fund for Women and Girls 2014-15 grant. It was really a wonderful grant. The thing that got me from the beginning is when you said, and now for the exciting week we have planned. Something like
We are so excited to receive this grant. It is going to allow us to pull together a powerful group of young women from throughout Jefferson County that will be mentored by women leaders, women scientists that have done extraordinary things in their own right, and they will be inspiring these young women to not only learn the science, technology, engineering, and math involved in solutions, but also in training them to understand the power of collective action for a healthier Salish Sea. Thank you.
I've submitted probably 4 grants to the Jefferson County Community Foundation that have been reviewed at the Grantmakers Forum. One of the most noticeable things about the forum in the years that I've followed it has been the change in the quality of the work produced by nonprofits in the area. The Nonprofit Alliance meetings were valuable for a number of reasons. First and foremost, I think, was just the opportunity to connect with peers in the same sort of environment and space and talk about the things that we were doing, how we were doing them. The Jefferson County Community Foundation has been a valuable asset to the nonprofits in Jefferson County.
Camp Bowside has been providing services for adults and children with disabilities for 25 years. We are told time and time again from parents how important camp is to them and also to their children, regardless of how old they are. They start talking about camp on the way home, wanting to know when it will come back. They check the calendar. They're looking for it every single day.
We were really fortunate to receive this grant because we got it just in time to buy the equipment that we really needed for the program. So we were really fortunate to buy those helmets right off the bat. We got 6 poles with bases, and so you line them up down the arena and the children weave through those poles. The benefits for the children are really, I think, quite significant. They just have better social skills, better interaction, because that is all part of the therapeutic riding instruction that I give them. What we want is to see them grow up and become happy, well-adjusted members of the community.
In 2015, the foundation is going to be celebrating our 10th anniversary. And it's really a time for us to build our endowment fund, which is our core fund of the foundation. So every year when we give our Grantmakers Forum grant, not only are the applicants going through an educational process about grant writing, they also are receiving funding that's going to help them grow, help them do a special project for that year. But we're going to be focusing in 2015 on increasing our endowment grant. We're going to be asking the community to step up and help us build that fund, because the bigger that fund is, the bigger the grants are that we can give out of it. And so we're going to be asking for your support in 2015 to do that.